Hey, what up, you guys? This your boy AP with another video. Today, um, I don't really have anything, prepared to talk to you guys about. So I'm just gonna talk about what I've been thinking. I'm a delivery driver. I drive, in the country. It's very beautiful. It's I enjoy the job. You drive a lot. You're by yourself. Um, you know, you just see just country, green, crops, horses, goats, dogs. So I enjoy that. I enjoy that most of the time. Sometimes it gets a little, stressful, but for the most part, I think it's a good job for me right now, where I'm at right now. And last time I bumped in, I didn't even get to think about that. Last time I bumped into, another delivery driver, and he's like, oh, hey. I was like, hey, how's your day going? He's like, oh, it's going good. I was like, how you like the job? He's like, oh, it's pretty good. And he's all like, oh, it gives me time to think. And it's true. I didn't think about that. When you're a delivery driver, if you're on the road a lot or a truck driver, you got a lot of time to think. And sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's a little bit. It gets a little dark, because you're just thinking about random things, your problems, um, solutions, all types of things. Um, so it allows you to just be with your thoughts, but sometimes it gets a little bit dark, and so right now, uh, I'm not gonna go into detail because I don't want to put all my stuff out there. Hopefully you guys can understand some, or read between the lines. But there's something right now going on in my life. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life, but there's one thing right now that's just eating. It's just eating at my head. Just eating. Almost feels like it's eating my soul. And I don't want to go into too much details. It's not that serious, but it bothers me so much. Um, yeah, it just throws me off my core, and there's not much I could do about it. The situation, I don't know. There's decisions I could make, but I think about the cause and effect, or the what's it called, what do you say, the outcomes. I think about the outcomes, and sometimes right now I could just keep my mouth shut and stay put, and just carry myself and conduct myself as best as I can. So when I'm on the road, my how I feel, my energy, my vibe, I feel opportunistic, not opportunistic, but what's it, optimistic. Uh, but then it could be like a roller coaster. I could feel crappy in the beginning, and then I feel good in the middle, and then crappy again. Or I could feel good and then crappy for a couple of hours, and then I feel pretty good, crappy, and then it levels out. So it's like a roller coaster. I'm just like everyone else, but it's every day though. Like, for sure, 100% guaranteed, I'm gonna have a couple of bad hours every day. You know, driving, since you're thinking so much. Well, you know, I think so much sometimes that I can't even fall asleep. These past couple of months, I've been doing so much better, but a couple years back, my sleep cycle was just messed up, and like insomnia or something like that. Like if I think for 10 minutes or 15 minutes more, my brain would just start going, and I can't fall asleep till like 4 or 5 in the morning, and and I just wouldn't get sleep sometimes. But I feel a little bit better now. These past couple of months, I've been able to sleep a little bit better. But yeah, since you're driving, uh, you're thinking a lot, and it's a guarantee that I'm gonna have a bad few hours. Like it could be 1 hour, it could be 2 or 3 hours. I work 10 hours, um, 10 hours a day, right? But I actually like real work is like 6 to like 8 hours or 7 hours, like the real work. Uh, so I punch it in like at the time, but it takes a couple hours to actually start working. But once I'm on the road, every day it's like one, two, or no, probably like 2.5. I'm not quite sure, but it's more than 1 hour. Like 1, 2, 3. Like when it's a bad day, like the average is 2 hours. Bad days like three, a little bit more. And and uh and what's been happening to me, or the situation that's going on right now, I think about it every day that I'm driving, and it just feels like it's just eating at me. It's just eating at me, eating at my brain. It makes me feel sick. It makes me feel just like, I don't know, just like just basically sick with my spirit, something with my spirit, my soul. I don't know, it just messes with it, with the situation that's going on. And I don't want to say a lot, because I just don't want to. But I hope you guys can just you know kind of read between the lines or something like that. But yeah, every day right now, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix the situation, because since I have all the time to think, I'm thinking about solutions and ways to get out of it, ways to like, but thinking about it so much, I don't think there's nothing I could do right now. The only thing I can do is pray, pray, and that's it. Most of the time it does help. I'm not gonna lie. I pray almost every day, a couple times a day. Um, it always mostly works. Like 9 times out of 10, it works. You know, I pray. I be like, God help me. Just think of something else. Please help me. Just uh, be forgiving. You know, help me. Just I don't want to think about this thing. I want to think about something else. And I'll just be thinking about something else. I'll think of football or something like that. I'll just imagine. I just picture all the time. I just try to picture. The movie from I think Mel Gibson, The Passion, right? When Jesus is looking at the criminal who they let loose instead, and he's just looking at the criminal, and I could just see that image. Just Jesus just looking at me like, you know, like, don't worry, I got you. Uh, I'm not gonna take you. I'm not gonna take away the pain. I'm not gonna take away the obstacle, but I'm gonna give you the strength to endure. You know, and it helps out a lot. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I have to go through it. Sometimes I pray, and sometimes God just be like, you just have to deal with it, son. I can't baby you all the time. You're just gonna have to go through the pain. I'm just, my brain is hurting thinking about this thing so much, and how I'm stuck, and I'm just can't really do much right now. Uh, yeah. But prayer, if whenever or meditate, if you're not a religious person, meditate however you do it, walking, exercising, listening to music, taking a nap, eating go get a smoothie. I don't know, whatever you do that relaxes you. Write in a journal how you feel, or your prayers, write them in a notebook, whatever it may be. And it helps a lot. I'm not saying that, but when you do pray, God answers though. Like, he doesn't answer all the time, but when he answers, he answers. Like, oh shoot, snap. Yeah, so there's a couple like dates when you remember something. Like, I remember, let's an example, July 4th, 2006. I remember this day because I kissed the girl that I was in love with since, the second grade, and now I got to kiss her, something like that. You remember specific dates. I remember a specific, but for me, it's usually like terrible dates, it sucks. It's just that the worst days I remember, but I would say the worst I've ever felt to, up to now, because I still got a long way to go. Who knows how long? I might die right now. I might get in a car accident coming out. Some idiot just trying to, change his playlists, and he just, boom, I'm gone. You never know when you're gone. But if nothing happens, I still got a couple decades, if God allows it. But, I remember dates and the worst I've ever, the feeling, like the feeling of loneliness, the worst I've ever felt was not even that long ago. It was like a couple weeks ago or a month ago. What was it? No, yeah, it was like a month. I even remember the date. It was May 9th, like around like 9 or 10 p.m., bro. I've never felt this alone in my life ever. Ever. And I talked to God. I was like, God, I've never ever in my life have felt this alone. And I need your help. Not I need your help, but like I don't know what, I just told him I need strength. I need strength in this darkness, in this place of darkness that I'm at. I've never been in a place so dark before, and so lonely and so afraid. What's it called? I need strength. The next day, I'm not gonna say how he responded to me, but I knew, there's no doubt that he responded to me and made it clear, and not a coincidence. He let me know straight up, like, yo, I answered. And I was like, no doubt. So yeah, man. So if you're ever struggling, I know this, everyone knows this, you're taught since a little kid, but just sometimes I pray so much, sometimes I'm kind of lazy to even pray. Just make sure it's genuine when you do it, genuine from the heart. Because if you're just praying about like, oh, I want to get rich, I want these new Jordans, I want to win the lottery, he don't listen to that. Like people when they say, I don't want to get offend anyone, but when someone goes to war and each nation is praying, God, please help us fight this enemy, I personally don't believe that God listens to those prayers, because you're going out there to go kill your brother, so I personally don't believe, but you could believe whatever. I'm not trying to offend you. This is just what I think, but yeah, so I recommend it to anyone who's out there struggling, especially right now, man. Things are crazy. Things just don't make sense anymore right now. I see a lot of stuff in plain sight, and we're still just acting fools. like fools. But anyways, that's what I had to say today. Hopefully, you guys can find something beneficial in what I've said. If you want to like share something or your opinion or tell me how I'm weird or stupid or whatever, you can leave it in the comments. But anyone who, watched the video, I appreciate it very much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.